Didn't have the mic quite where it needed to be, but we're on there now. Testing, 1, 2, 3. And my backup working in case the other one decides to quit on me like it has in the past. Well, here we are. I'm back to tell you the rest of the story on my program from yesterday.
Hello,
It's only me.
it's me.
You know, as a psychic, an empath growing up, and hearing things in the background that I couldn't explain as a kid, it would really scare me sometimes, you know? You know how I handle it. Just weird stuff, you know? Sounds, things that would just freak you out, you know? I,
Can you see me?
excuse me?
Hello?
Hi.
Can you find me?
No, I'm not going to look
Can
for
you find me?
No.
I'm here.
Where?
Behind you, look.
Oh.
Behind you. I'm behind you.
No, there ain't nothing behind me. Why you lying? No, you're not.
Don't be scared.
I'm not
I
scared.
just want to play a game with you.
I don't play with kids.
Hey, don't you run away.
I'm not running away.
Stay.
You're the one that's running away.
Stay with me.
No.
If you don't come play with me, then we will kill you.
Oh, you will? You think you will? I don't think so. You can leave. I'm done with you. You can go. Yeah. You still here? Well, that's the type of things that I don't see you.
Knock, knock. Who's there? You're a nightmare.
I tell you what, they're unbelievable. Let's get started. Welcome. Spiritualist R.J. Sheldon, psychic, spirit talker, clairvoyant, whatever you want to call me. Just don't call me late for supper, if you will. Hey, I will be continuing on the story I started yesterday. It turned out to take a little while, but it's going to be in part 2 in my second book, probably the second story on there, or second chapter. And I went into a lot of detail on it, mainly because of the way it took place. And it's just unreal how things can happen, how things can come across. And a lot of times you can't explain. There's something on my screen there. What is that? What's that? Something on my head? Oh, it's an arrow. Cursor. Again, as if you're out there, you feel free to come in, ask questions. I am located in San Antonio, formerly known as Spiritualist Joseph, the psychic. I've done 6 different live performances or get-togethers, whatever you want to call them. Last one was 2019, just before COVID. And when COVID hit, I kind of stopped doing anything because people couldn't come see me. I couldn't go see them. Shut down my website. Big mistake. I should have kept it open, but I couldn't see paying that $80 a month for something that wasn't going to do anything for me. And it didn't have the ability, I didn't have the ability on there to talk with people live like I do on YouTube. However, you can find my website today, Psychic Visions. It's actually J.net. Crazy. But anyway, come on there. Leave a message, ask a question, whatever you want to do. And if you're watching the program yesterday, well, my Facebook camera falling over all of a sudden. There you go. Once you register, you'll get one of these in the mail. I call it the never-ending coupon. On the back, it has some punch-outs for 3 different categories. 3 different categories. And the way it works, 9 visits for a psychic counseling. On your 10th one, you get a 30-minute free reading. If you're coming in for tarot card readings after your 9th punch, you come in on your 10th one, and you get a 4-card tarot reading for free. You bring this card in with you, and you bring a guest for a reading. You get a 30-minute reading for free. And all you need is that card. Oops, upside down. Let me turn the little light here off. Don't need it. There you go. All right. So back to yesterday's story. I think I left off where the last gentleman to come across, it was brought across the Meteor Creek, which was now a flowing river, that it went from a small 3 or 4 foot wide, 2 to 3 inch, maybe 4 inch deep creek, into about a 16-foot chest high, so I'd say a little over 5 foot, well, not even 5 foot, about 4.5 foot deep, and it was rushing. In that moment, when that man helped Sam pull me out off that bridge where I was holding on for dear life, really, after he got his RV across and his family. Of course, like I said, he hugged us and so forth and thanked us. I stood there for a moment, and I recalled the words I heard. Think back. I'd heard these words a few days before, or a month before. Actually, I think it's a couple of months before. Bobby, hold on to that rope. Bobby, hold that rope. Don't let go. I didn't recognize the voice when I heard it, but it turned out to be my close friend, Sam Farr, who was there helping me at the park at the time. I had foreseen this and didn't realize where it was or what it was at the time. 2 or 3 months earlier. Or more, could have been more. And that's how this thing works. I'm having trouble with my hip. That's how these things work as a psychic, clairvoyant. You see things. And you never know exactly when they're going to take place. Could be the day, could be tomorrow, could be an hour from now, could be a month, could be a year. I've had things that I've told people were going to actually take place. They don't take place for years down the road. If you notice that in the back over here, right there, that's a board where I have different cards from funerals where people have come to see me for closure, in case you're wondering what that is. But back to the story. The gentleman left. Sam drove. Yeah, he drove the Dozer back up front. And we had his motorcycle in back of my pickup. So I jumped in my pickup and I went back up front. When we got up there, the water from the creek, because see that creek came in on the side of the building. The building's here, and the creek came in here. And it would cross the road, and you'd have to cross that road, go up the drive, up the hill, out to the exit gate, past the RV park where we had the snowbirds, which by now I think we only had a couple of them. A lot of them already left to go back up north. So I do apologize. There's echo. Let me see if I can get rid of that. How's that? No? Can you hear me okay? Hear me okay? Hear me okay? How's that? Yeah, still an echo.
Well, I tried to everything. Doesn't seem to want to go away. So anyway, I don't like this. One. No more echo. No more echo. I hope I got rid of it. So anyway, when we got back up to the pavilion, where the two boys were waiting for us,
How's that? Meh. Echo's back, but hey, I got the sound back. When we got back up to the pavilion, the two boys that were helping me there, well, the two brothers, and I think one of my younger brothers was there, or maybe it's just those two. We went in and they were getting kind of nervous because they could see the water starting to get close to the park. I mean, to the pavilion. At that point, it was probably, thinking back when we pulled up there and I pulled up close to the building, the water was already at least 15 foot or less from the door. And that's uphill because the pavilion set uphill and the road was down. Okay. Here we go. There. So the building would have been like this. Well, maybe more, about like that. So I parked on this end, along that little edge there. I told the guys to grab the kids to grab whatever they brought with them, throw it in the pickup, in plastic bags. And I threw a few things. Sam grabbed his stuff. We made sure we got everything we could off the floor, turned off the power so nothing would short out, turned off the cooler boxes, grabbed the receipts for Mr. Coleman to drop them off, grabbed my cash box, emptied out the register. You know, everything we could think of. Of course, Sam and the boys kept hollering, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. The water's coming up. And when I walked to the door, it was already going under my pickup. That's how quick. Within 40 minutes, it was already coming close. That would have put it about 6 foot or less from the door. I Couldn't believe it. Bear with me. Hello. Huh? I'm on the computer. Are you okay? I'm thinking about tomorrow, early in the day, or we can go tonight, whatever you feel like. You okay? I love you. I couldn't turn that call down. That's the boss, my wife, Susan. 40 years this year. Been there, bless her heart, for me. Through all the trivia I've had, 15 times death has come for me, and I'm still here. Beats the hell out of pushing up daisies. But anyway, the water is coming up quick. And just like on that bridge where we were helping people get across from the bottom of the park, that water normally ran about maybe 2 to 3 foot wide, maybe 4 foot wide. And there was a small, I think like 2 or 3 little 6-inch culverts with the gravel poured over it, and the water would run through that. It never got deep. But for it to have climbed up as high as it was, I looked at Sam, he looked at me. It was running, but it wasn't running as fast as the current was on the other end, but it was coming. You got to get across. I said, I know. That 1975 Chevrolet pickup, 6-cylinder I had, I stuck it in first. I told those 2 boys, I had them sitting between Sam and I. They were teenagers, but a little snug, but I told them, put that seatbelt on tight. Take a deep breath. Roll up the windows tight. I closed the outer vent of the pickup. Had the AC on, but I turned it off. And I got into that current. At first, it was just under the hood, below the hood. But as I got toward the center, it was coming over the hood. And Sam says, oh, I don't remember. He said something like, oh, shit, or something like that. Maybe something where the water was hitting his window. He said, don't gun it, just ease it across, but keep it, don't let it idle. Keep it at a constant speed, which I did. It was a standard, so I just, and by George, we made it across. The car, I could feel the truck trying to slide, but I just kept it going. And we made it across. Got to the top of the hill, went to Mr. Coleman's house. Rang the bell. Didn't answer, so I walked over and knocked on the door. It was already about 11 o'clock, I want to say. We're going on 12 already, somewhere in there. Took us all the rest of the night and the early morning to get all these cars across. There were 89 or 91 cars, something like that. So a total of 671 people. That number always sticks in my mind. Finally went and knocked on the door, and Miss Coleman came to the door, and I said, look, here's the receipts from yesterday and the day before. And okay, we got everybody out of the park already, and we closed the gate and locked it so nobody will go down there. And then I heard somebody go, why would you do that? And it was Jack, an open door. That's because it's flooded down there. Flooded. We ain't had that much rain. I said, no. I said, the sheriff didn't come by here this morning. He come down there and woke us up about 1 o'clock in the morning and told us we had to get everybody out of there because the Medina was going to crust at 40 foot at least. And the Meteor Creek would probably hit about 25 foot. Well, it is at least 16 foot high over its banks now because it went over the top of the hood of the truck when we drove through it to come up here. He couldn't believe it. He said, I got to go down there and look. I said, well, go ahead. But I did lock the gates so nobody would go down there. I said, we're leaving. Now I'll check in with you in a couple of days. When the water recedes, we'll come back out and clean up the store and get everything back in order again. And we left. I kind of wonder why he never came down there to help us boys, Sam and I, get people across the river. Oh, before I left, I said, oh, and the sheriff said he was going to come back and help us or bring some help, but he never came back. So it was just Sam and I. And he said, oh, yeah? Well, don't look now, but there he is. And sure enough, he was pulling in. Let me straighten out here, get my hip in another direction. I said, I turned and I looked, and Sam said, yeah, there he is. He come walking up. I guess you boys got it done. Yeah, we just got the last car across about an hour ago. He said, I'm sorry we didn't make it back. I really had good intentions too, but the last part we went to, I had to help that older couple. They had a few people down there themselves. I had to help evacuate. So no problems. I said, well, it wasn't easy, but we got it done. And we got everybody across safely. You can't imagine what the flood of 75 was like when you were there. When the Medina River raised in the way it did, the Meteor Creek, and it wasn't the rain that was hitting us, it was the rain that had hit to the northwest. Because we never had any real hard rain, a sprinkle, a drizzle. But coming from up there, it was a lot of water. And the Medina Lake had filled up, and they had to open the gates. And once they did that, it put us in danger. Were we scared? I don't remember. I think we were so motivated, and I was so worried about losing a life in the river, in the bottom of the park. And I'm sure there's somebody out there that remembers that. There's got to be. Out of 671 people, and a lot of them are kids, they got to be in their 40s, well, maybe 50s and 60s now. I'm 73, I was 21, that was 50 years ago. 72, making myself younger. But we didn't lose one life. We got everybody across there. Sam Farr, I couldn't ask for anybody better to have been there to help me. Sam was a little older. I think he's about a year and a half older than myself. We became good friends. We were from the same neighborhood. There was a bunch of us, varied in age. A couple that were younger than us by a year or two, and a couple that were a little older, like Sam's brothers, Charlie and Mickey Farr, who still keeps in touch with me today. In fact, he's getting ready to fix the transmission in my van for me, but they still keep in touch with me. I consider them my second family, and they consider me. Their oldest daughter, well, their daughter, Deborah Kay, she was 2 or 3 years old. First time they invited me to go to drive-in with them. Before that, on occasion, whenever Sam and I would go and he needed to visit with his brother or help him with something, then I would visit with them and got to meet him. But later, we just became one giant family. I'll never forget it. I have pictures of that park here. I wish I'm going to have to look for them. That is on volume 2 of my book, The Unknown at 10. That's only the cover. I printed it out and they sent it for my approval and taped it to this little book, just so I'd have an idea of what it would really look like out there in the field. So that's where we're at. As a psychic, you see things. They don't always happen exactly the way you see them. They don't happen at that very moment. No, they don't. But they do happen. I remember when we lived out by Somerset, the Somerset Road would come down a hill, you'd cross the Meteor Creek right there again, and it was shallow, and it would go under the little paved bridge that they had there, and then you come back up on the other side. And I remember one day we were driving through there, and the kids were little now, then, and I looked over and said, you know what? I looked across there at that cliff, and I see a bridge going across there. I bet they're going to build a bridge across there one day. It's about 20 foot up on that cliff. Well, I said, how would they do that? I don't know, but I see a bridge there. I do. Well, then, that was in the early 80s, or late 80s. And just before I moved away from there in 96 or 98, I sold the place. We were driving, come back into town for something, and they were grading a road there, and they were building a bridge, an overpass. Eventually, they closed that little road down, they blockaded it, and finally tore out the road. All you have was the river. And excuse me, I seem to have lost my connection with Facebook. There we go, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. It timed out on me. That's why I like YouTube. I've been with YouTube for a long time. It never lets me down. Thank you, YouTube. If you'd like my programs, be sure and hit the like button, as they say, and subscribe to my channel. Uh, I want to say, I don't like to say, but I do want to let you know that I will be doing my birthday segment, my daily birthday segment. In another week, I'm going to start all over and start doing the birthday segment. And if you're not familiar with it, go to YouTube, type in R.J. Sheldon channel, and check out the birthday. You would read your sign and give you a little bit of forecast of what you can be looking for on that day or in the future. But as a psychic clairvoyant, I've done paranormal investigations. I've had many visitors for one reason or another. On my website, I posted the testimonials from folks that used to see me when I was working under the name Spiritualist Joseph the Psychic. I quit using that because during COVID, someone else started using that name from up in the New York area. So I didn't want to have myself associated with someone that has nothing to do with me, you know what I mean? But those of you out there on YouTube, don't hesitate to check in, ask a question, call me. If you go to my website to sign up, and I get your address, I'll mail you one of these cards. It's a punch-out card. I call it the never-ending. I mean, it will eventually end when you punch it out, but it has no expiration date. So if you got one today and didn't get to do anything with it for a year, it's still going to be good because it doesn't expire until you punch out all the numbers, all the slots, and use it. Once you use it, then it's done. But it doesn't expire. That's what I mean by never ending. Don't misinterpret it. I just mean that it ain't going to expire on you. It's good till you get to use. Now, if you come to see me for a spiritual consultation or a psychic consultation, your first 15 minutes are going to be free. After that, I'll stop and I'll ask you, do you want to continue? If you like what you heard and you're comfortable with the reading and you want to continue, then we'll go with the price. My gift, my curse from God. It's also in my blood, being part Comanche. In my generation, there's 8 of us. My mother's generation, there were 6 of them. And her great-grandmother was a shaman for the Comanches. So I got a picture of her. She looks tough. She looks like the kind of woman you don't talk back to. Yeah, buddy. They said, Grandma said the stories when she was little was that Grandma Lilia, her great-great-grandma, when she was in her early years, 20s, 30s, she would take off running, put her hands on the hips of the horse and just slide up there, grab the horse's mane, and take off. That's pretty good. Of course, Comanches were known for their horsemanship. So, that for what? Well, I wanted to come on today and finish that story. Sam and I saved a lot of lives that day. And I thank the Sheriff's Department for coming out that morning, waking us up. And I never thought about the danger I was in as I stood in that water. Could have been a moccasin. You know, could have got washed away. And they had that one guy with his Winnebago come unglued like he did about me hooking up a chain to his front axle, or I think I was putting it on the frame underneath. Oh, turn up, you're going to do this. I remember the exact word. But he said and called, have a lawyer come out. They didn't lose their money, though. We would tell them as they got across, Sam would tell them, hey, just bring your receipt, and whatever time you paid for, we'll honor it at a future date. And we had a lot of people come back and use their receipt to get in and spend the weekend or spend the day, or if they paid for a week, we let them break it up, a couple of days or a day at a time. But we made it good for the ones that did come back. It took us a while to clean that part. I lost all my canoes. I only found one paddle boat. Lost all the inner tubes. It washed everything out. That little hut I built to store the inner tubes in, it got washed away. Paddle boats got washed away. And that little fishing pond, it got ruined. It got so full of debris and stuff, it wasn't safe to be getting in. It took us a while to get the park back in order and cleaned up. We had to rebuild some of the picnic tables. Had to order more portable potties that got washed away. I'm sure it was all down the road in one of these little gullies somewhere, or under a bridge or something. I got an itch on my foot. But it happens. But everybody walked away. I didn't think about it until Mr. Coleman, we were there at Mr. Coleman's house. I realized the sheriff never came back. He didn't come back with the help like he said he was. And I could figure out why Mr. Coleman didn't come down there, but and he asked the sheriff, why didn't you wake us up? He said, I did. I rang your bell, nobody ever came. So I couldn't stay up here all day. I knew that Sheldon was down there. I met him. Him and that bought ice down there and soda when I'd come down here and visit. In fact, he had a couple of beers. But he said, I knew he was there. So I went straight down there and woke him up. He shook our hand, Sam and I. Said, we got to go. We got to get these boys home. Let the mother know that they're safe. A lot of people didn't know how bad the water got down there. It got pretty bad. It eroded a lot of the park. Well, about 15 years ago or less, my brother Jerry, my youngest brother, he came and he says, I want to go out to Hidden Valley. I said, I haven't been out there since I left. I moved to Houston and hadn't thought about it. So I said, sure, let's drive out there. And he had Brother John with him. No, it was just him and I think. Anyway, we drove out there. And you know, we've had several major floods, 97, 2007, 2017, I think we had another big flood. I know it's enough to fill up the Almas Dam down there. That Almas Park was under 25 foot of water. They built that dam to save San Antonio from flooding the San Antonio River. I think in the 1920s or somewhere back there, it had flooded, pretty well washed out most of downtown, the older buildings. But anyway, so we drove out there, went to the gate, honked the horn, and see if anybody was there. And sure enough, this young lady comes out. And I asked her, Jack Coleman still owned the place? She said, yeah, that's my dad. Oh my God, I know you. I ran the park for your dad when I was in my 20s. We had that big flood then. You were just, what, 2 or 3 years old? Maybe 5. I mean, 4, I don't know. You weren't very big. You weren't very old. She said, I was 5 or 6, because I kind of remember your face. You had the paddle boats, and you had that store down there. I remember Dad would bring me down there and buy soda, and we'd play on that pool table y'all had. I do remember that. I said, well, where is your dad? My dad would talk about you a lot. He hated the fact that you lost everything and had to go back to work. He had a lot of plans if he would have stayed on. He's going to help to rebuild that store and get things going again. But it's all gone now. The flood of 2007 took it all. We still have the RV park for the snowbirds, but it stopped right there where the Meadow Creek used to be. Brother Jerry, can we go down and check it out? You can. It only goes down to that. If you remember where the water tank was, and that's where the RV park's at. That's it. I said, no way. Yeah. We even sold the rest of that bottom to a gravel company. They're digging up the gravel, you know. It's a big old gravel pit now. Wow. It was so beautiful. And it's all gone. Wow. I can't believe it. I do have pictures of that. We went down there. No more Hidden Valley. You can still see the cement slab. And after one of the floods, washing out the building, he had put a trailer house there for the help or whoever was running the place to stay, take care of the park when it was still usable. But it got washed out. The road was gone. The park was gone. All we have left was the memory. The fun. I can still see it as I tell the story. I can still see the entrance, the store. I hope I'm going to look for those pictures, and then one day I'll talk about that story again and show the pictures. It was an awesome place. And those of you in San Antonio that grew up on the south side and got to go to Hidden Valley. It was a wonderful place. Well, once again, my name, or I'm known as spiritualist R.J. Sheldon, psychic, also known as a spirit talker, clairvoyant, empath. You can call me at 210-416-4538. Leave a message if I don't answer. Set up an appointment to come see me. The first 15 minutes are free. If you decide you want to continue, then pricing kicks in. I will tell you this, I'm not a fake, so I'm not going to ask you to give me $200 or $300. I don't do that. If a psychic tells you, hey, come back in a couple of weeks and bring me $300 or $400, I'm going to have something special to tell you. No. It's a gift, a curse. No reason to get rich over it. If I can make enough to pay my internet and pay for my website, I'm happy. Go to my website, once again, check it out, register, put your address. I'll mail you a coupon to use when you come to see me. I do work off appointments Monday through Saturday. And usually my last appointments I'll do no later than 6 o'clock. If you want to come see me later than that, we can make an appointment for it. But my website is psychic-visions-by-r-j.net. J.net. Check out the testimonials from those that have seen me or been with me or my followers. I don't call them clients, I call them followers. See what they had to say. I have clients that have been seeing me for years now. Some of them met me at a show or two that I've done. I don't make empty promises. Can't reach for everybody. Some people have a natural block. And when I run across those, I'll tell them, look, I can't pick up anything on you. I know he's going on. Nothing gained, nothing lost, right? The only thing I will tell you when you come to see me, don't start running off at the left, telling me things about your life. I don't want to hear it. I want you to let me tell you what I see. If I'm wrong, you can tell me. But at least you can't tell me, oh, I already told you that. So that's the first thing I'll tell you when you come in. I don't want to hear about your life. Let me tell you. I'm a Christian, I'm an Episcopalian, I'm also a minister. I do ministry work as well for those that don't have a home church to go to. I do weddings, funerals, rosaries, baptisms. If you want to have a baptism, you want to do it at your house, you can't get your preacher to come out there, call me. I'll bring my stuff. We'll do a small service or a complete service. And have a baptism there. You want to have a wedding, you want to have it at your house, you can't get the preacher to come, call me. Got your license? I got marriage certificates, birth certificates, baptismal certificates. I'm getting ready to do a 60-year vow renewal for a friend of mine and his wife. That's going to be a lot of fun. 60 years. I've been together 40. They've been together 60. How about that? Well, listen, I think time is coming up for today. I'll be back here on around Wednesday. I do have surgery Monday for my right eye, for my cataracts. And I'm hoping I'll be okay to do the podcast. Then I have another one on the 20th. That's why I'm not going to do the birthday segments till after all this kind of heals up a little bit. But I do want to get back to doing the daily birthday 1 hour show. But in the meantime, you want to come see me, feel free to call. Send me a text, send me an email. My email is psychrjoseph, SATX, at yahoo.com. I do feel like there's spirits around us at times. Sometimes it's kind of spooky, you know? Makes you wonder. You can't explain it. Oh,
Hello?
hello?
Can you find me?
Can I find you? I'm not, no. I guess you left. Oh, she's a character.
Can you see me?
No, I can't see you.
Hello?
Hello?
Can you find me?
No, I don't have time to look for
Can
you.
you find me?
No,
I'm here.
no.
Behind you, look. Behind you.
You see anybody? I don't see anybody.
I'm behind you.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Don't be scared.
I'm not
I
scared.
just want to play a game with you.
I don't play with kids. I'm an old man.
Hey,
What?
don't you run away.
I'm
Please
not.
stay.
You're. What?
Stay with me.
No.
If you don't come play with me, then we will kill you.
I don't think so. Goodbye. Well, I don't see you.
Knock.
I don't see you. I tell you, spirits are
Knock,
weird.
knock.
Knock. Are you back?
You're a nightmare.
No, you're not my nightmare. You're funny. Well, my friends, I guess it's time to say hasta la vista. Buenas noches. Have a good day. Till next time. Okay, kid. That's it. All right. Well, that's it for today. Check in with me next week. Wednesday. YouTube, 1 o'clock. Come in, be part of the deal. You can sign in and ask questions or call in and be part of the audience or part of the show. Talk about things you've seen. A lot of people have the ability, but they ignore it. Weird. It's been a great time. I'll see you next time. Bye now.
Lady, go!
No, I'm going. Bye. Later. Alligator.